Welcome to Section B, Vision and Mission. In this section, you're going to create or review your school counseling program's vision and mission statements to add to your foundations document. Do you really need a vision statement and a mission statement? Well, the answer is yes and no. It's absolutely true that you can have a highly successful school counseling program without a vision, without a mission, or even a set of belief statements. But an effective school counseling model does include vision and mission statements and belief statements because you're building the case that your student services program is valuable, that it has a meaningful purpose, that it results in a measurable impact on student success. And part of that process is clarifying how you do that. And that's part of what your belief, your vision, and mission statements convey. Plus, it doesn't have to take you days or weeks to create these statements. So let's jump in. Step 4 is fairly basic. Click on the pencil icon and start by entering any existing vision statements already created by your school and your school district. That is, if they exist at all. This step helps to ensure that your school counseling program's vision statement, to the extent possible, reflects your school's and your school corporation's vision statements. Next, in step 5, enter the mission statements of your school and school district, again, if these exist. These two steps should not take very long. In step 6, clicking on the pencil icon will allow you to enter your school counseling program's vision and mission statements, again, if you have them. If you do have an existing vision and or mission statement for the counseling program, take a few minutes to review the statements and see if any changes are needed. If you don't have a vision or mission statement for your school counseling program, no problem. We suggest taking a few minutes right now to draft those, or at the very least, schedule a day or time specifically on your calendar to do so. For context purposes, a vision statement is a sentence or two that describes what outcomes you wish for your students in the distant future, in the next 5 to 15 years, according to ASCA's suggestion. A vision is a statement of an ideal future that finishes this sentence. If everything goes well, the students we impact through our school counseling program are what? What will your students know or believe, or how will they act, ideally, as a result of your work? Remember, a vision is an expression of that ideal state. It will feel totally unrealistic or pie in the sky, but that's okay, because that's what a vision is. It's a wish, a dream, an idealized state. You're not going to be evaluated on how well you reach this ideal state, so dream away. You can click on the sample icon to view some sample vision and mission statements from other school counseling programs around the country, if that's helpful. A couple of words of advice on vision statements. Use the present tense when writing your vision. ASCA refers to this as using the active rather than the passive voice. For example, instead of saying students will overcome personal challenges, state it actively as if it's already happening. For example, students are overcoming personal challenges, or students demonstrate, or students possess. Write the vision as if what you want for students is already happening. Don't overthink this process. You can spend weeks, months, even years on writing vision and mission statements. All of us know an individual who loves to wordsmith or tweak the language so it's just right, and that may be you, and that's fine. But for now, it's best to simply get your best ideas down on paper, so to speak, then continue tweaking the vision and mission statements as you move forward, or perhaps assign this task to someone who is a master language crafter and have them come back with a draft version of the vision and or mission statements that all of you can discuss. Come to consensus. If there's more than one school counselor or student services professional in your school, it's okay for each of you to have your own personal vision of what you want for your students. These individual or personal visions are perfectly fine and I think actually good to have, as long as they don't conflict with the overall vision and mission of the school counseling program. So if there's several of you in the counseling office, your goal is to reach consensus around a common or public wording of your program's vision and mission statements. Consensus simply means that everyone can publicly support whatever you come up with, even if it's not perfect, and even if it doesn't exactly reflect each individual's vision or mission statement. I hope that makes sense. In step 7, when you begin writing your school counseling program's mission statement, some of the same guidelines for writing your vision apply. Whereas a vision statement describes the ideal state that you want for your students, a mission statement describes the purpose of the work of the school counseling program. But in a nutshell, it's your so-called elevator speech of what you do, or answering the question you could give at a party when someone asks, so what do you do as a school counselor? This is your answer. It's the sentence or two that sums up the purpose of the whole school counseling program. As you craft a mission statement, think of it as finishing this sentence. Our school counseling program does what? It helps, it assists, it develops, it guides, it ensures, etc. What is it, in a nutshell, that you do as school counselors? Remember to take into consideration your own school's mission statement and the one for the school district as a guide. You can even use the same or similar language if you wish. And also keep in mind what your school administration feels is the primary mission of the counseling program. It's probably something like improved student academic achievement or behavior or attendance. And to the degree possible, craft your mission statement to reflect how your work impacts the mission of the school administration. Be sure to click on this sample icon in our online learning platform, which will take you to some documents with sample vision and mission statements for school counseling programs, and those may help clarify some of what we're saying here. Get started on Section B, steps 4 through 7. Try to get at least to a point where it's good enough for now. Make a note to return to these steps if you need to spend more time throughout the school year, and be sure to click each of the steps on your to-do list as you complete them.